Students, welcome to our civics class. We'll now begin with the first chapter of our civics, that is Introduction to the Parliamentary System. Now, in this chapter, we will learn the machinery or the system of government as given in the Indian Constitution. In this chapter, we will be covering the following points. We will understand the meaning of two important main types of government which is followed all over the world. Those are parliamentary system of government and presidential system of government. We'll also learn about the characteristics of each of the systems and the functions of the parliament or the government. So let's get started with the first chapter of civics, Introduction to the Parliamentary System. Today in this video, we will understand the meaning of branches of government, types of government, meaning of parliamentary system and characteristics of parliamentary system. Now, before we go ahead to understand different types of government systems, let us get information about the main branches of government. Now, there are three important main branches of the government based on which the government functions in the country of India. First is legislature, executive, and judiciary. We will understand the meaning of this in detail in the next slide. Remember, there are three main branches of government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Now, the function of the legislature is to make laws. Now, as I said, the government functions on three important branches. First is legislature, executive, and judiciary. So, the people or the government which is involved in legislature, their duty is to make laws for the country. Laws mean new rules, new policies that is all made by the legislature branch of the government. Followed by next is called as the executive, and that is to implement the laws. The next duty people or the next branch of the government is executive. Executive is to implement laws, make people follow rules and laws which are made in the legislature. The department legislature of the parliament, they make the laws, whereas in the executive department they make people or the citizens follow or implement laws. Implement means to actually practice or follow the laws. And the third one is judiciary, is to provide justice. Whenever we hear the word judiciary, that means justice. Justice we get in the court. So, legislature is to make laws. Executive is to implement laws or make people practice the laws. And if the laws are not being practiced, the people do not follow the rules and laws, they go to the judiciary, that is the court. So these are the main important branches of the government or the Parliament of India. Now, to understand that there are two main important types of government. First is parliamentary system and next is presidential system. You have to remember that all over the world, only two types of government system are being followed. First is parliamentary system and next is presidential system. Today we will focus mainly on the meaning of parliamentary system. This we will learn in the next video. So let us understand the meaning and characteristics of parliamentary system. Now, the parliamentary system of government developed primarily in England. That means all of us know that India was earlier, before independence, India was ruled by the Britishers, and Britishers obviously came from England. So whatever rules and laws, whatever system they followed in England, they tried to implement in the country of India. So the system of parliament, the system of having a parliament for a country is taken from the Britishers, from the country of England. Government having its roots in parliament is a contribution of England. As I just said just now, India was earlier ruled by the Britishers. So obviously the concept or the idea of having a parliament post independence for India is also taken from the England, from the Britishers. The British Parliament is an institution that has evolved over a period of time. The parliamentary system of government, having its roots in Parliament, is considered as a contribution of England. India has adopted parliamentary system of government. So I just said just now, India follows system of parliamentary system. Why? Because it is taken, the idea is taken from the Britishers who were ruling us before the independence of India. Now, let us understand the characteristics of parliamentary system. What happens in the parliamentary system? This is the parliament that takes place. Now, first is Indian Parliament composed of President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. That means whenever any country follows the system of parliament as the government for their country, it is important to have a president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are the two important houses of the parliament. Members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by people. Now, all of us know if every 5 years India has the concept of elections. So when we people vote for the people, the candidates, they become, after election, when they win the election, they become members of the Lok Sabha. That means all the members who are there in Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people of the country. Elections after regular intervals, party who wins majority votes forms the government. Now all of us know the different political parties. Okay, so any political party that gets the maximum vote, okay, that particular party becomes the winner and they are the one actually forms the government. For example, today we have as the BJP the leading party, political party in India, and therefore we also have the BJP government. Why? Because that particular party has got more votes during the elections and therefore they have become the majority party elections and they are now ruling the country of India. So now what happens when any two sometimes what happens, any two political parties, they both the parties get same amount of votes. Okay, the election is unable to identify the winner among the elections and therefore both the political parties come together and they form one government, and that is called as coalition government. Means what? When there is no majority party, when both the political parties get same amount of elections, what happens? They come together and therefore they form one government, and that is called as coalition of government. So basically after election, whichever political party wins the election, they become or they form the government for the country. Fifth is candidates directly elected by people become members of legislature. Just now I said legislature is the meaning where people make laws. So all the people who are involved in Lok Sabha are the actual people who make new rules and laws for the country. That is the legislature part of the parliament. The leader of the majority party becomes the prime minister. All of us know today we have prime minister as Mr. Narendra Modi. Now he belongs to the BJP party. Now, just now I said any political party who becomes the winner is actually running the country. Therefore, today we have BJP who has won the elections and the head of that particular party is Mr. Narendra Modi, and therefore he becomes the Prime Minister of India. So any political party who has won the elections, the head of that particular party becomes the Prime Minister of that respective country. Today we have Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi because he is the head of the BJP political party. Prime Minister now selects candidates for ministerial positions. Now, what is the meaning of the word ministerial? All of us are aware in our country there are various ministers. We have health minister, we have education minister, we have agriculture minister, we have defense minister. So each of them are given different responsibilities of the country. And those ministers are selected by the Prime Minister from the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister along with Council of Ministers together form the executive of the government. Now actually what happens over here? The Prime Minister selects the ministers. Ministerial means ministers. For example, health minister, defense minister, etc. These ministers are called as council of ministers, which are selected by the prime minister. So prime minister along with council of ministers is the actually government of a respective country, and that is called as executive of the government. Okay, so the prime, even though the head of the country is president, the prime minister and the council of ministers actually function the country, which follows parliamentary system of the government. Now, executive have two responsibilities. Dual means two. First is implement laws, and next is duty of legislature. Just now I said executive department or the council of ministers and prime ministers are actually the one who run the country. They have to make laws, so it is the responsibility of them to implement the laws. And next is to make the laws. So duties of the legislature, that means the people who are involved in executive, they first have to make the laws and then make people follow. That is the implement of the laws. Now let's summarize what we have learned. We have learned the three branches of government: executive, legislature, executive and judiciary. We learned the two main types of government: parliamentary system of government and presidential system of government. And we have learned the characteristics of parliamentary system. I hope you have understood the video. We'll stop here and we'll continue the next part of the lesson in the next video. Thank you. Please watch the video and solve the assignment test given to you. Thank you.